Hello guys, this is the carpet cleaning biz, a multi-billion-dollar industry training. This particular training segment, we are going to go over the topic of scheduling your jobs. If you happen to be inside of a bonus support system region of the country, this is a tremendous benefit to you because you're going to be able to utilize the support system to schedule your jobs. So let's talk about that. Let's be clear as to exactly what I'm speaking about. What I'm speaking about is you're a new business partner and you're ready to hit the ground running. You started your marketing, you've gotten your first calls. You've checked your smartphone, your email, and you've gotten a new call. When you listen to that message, that customer is asking you, when can you come out, or can you come out on Friday to clean my carpet? Because that's the bulk of the way that carpet cleaning calls come in. All right. So next, you have to ask yourself, if you're in a region of the country where we have a bonus support system, then you have the ability to actually take the next step, which is to start earning money now, because you are going to be able to go and make a call into the main office and schedule your customers. So I'm going to talk about how that's done and how simple it can be for you. If you are not in a bonus support area of the country, this video will be important to you as well, because I will talk about the process of scheduling, what we call in this business logistics or routing. It has to do with how you set your timing for your customers, the time frame that you ask for from your customers for arrival. All of these things are going to be important no matter whether you have a bonus support system in your region of the country, or if you are simply utilizing this training and building your business all on your own. So let's start this particular topic. Once again, we are talking about scheduling your customers with the bonus support system and without. All right? So you've taken the training, you've done what you're supposed to do, you've gotten your first 4 or 5 calls. I can guarantee that when these calls come in, the customers are just simply going to ask you, when can you come and clean the carpet? They're going to ask in that voicemail message, can you call and give me a quote? They're going to ask things like, would you guys be able to come out and take a look at my carpet and tell me how much it would need you would bill to clean it? But in most cases, the customers are calling you so directly because you have given them one of your media pieces, or they've seen a sign with your offer. So it takes the need for them asking about pricing a lot of times out of the equation, because you've already told them what your price is, because they have your information. So let's go to the next step. Now what you're going to do is, well, let me back up. What you should have done, because you're actually running business, is you should have already been made aware of what does the schedule look like in your particular market area. Meaning, you would have called in the customer service here and you would have found out already that, hey, before calling a customer back, what is open? So you would jot down the slots that are open over the next few days. So once you've done that, now you have a pretty good idea of when you might be able to slot your customer in. So you've now called in, you called the customer service, you asked them, okay, what does the week look like? What's open? What's the best time frame for me to schedule someone for the city of Washington, D.C., let's say? All right? Well, in that case, customer service is going to look at the calendar in the system and say, hey, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is open all day. You've got slots that you can block them into. If it has to go into next week, all of next week is open. Or they'll tell you that next week 2 days are already packed solid. You need to be pushing your customer to the next following day. You'll now know what the schedule looks like so that when you get ready to call that customer back, you already know what slots you can put them into. So now you've called your customer back. Your customer is going to ask you a few questions. Sometimes it's simple things like, what process do you use? Well, in that case, you're going to know what process we use because you're training about our process. We use a triple clean, deep scrub process, which is a process that most companies do not use. You're going to let them know that you're set apart from most carpet companies because the training that we're giving you is a training that allows you to do a process that is not the standard process. It is a step above the standard process, which puts you in a different category as a carpet cleaner. So you're going to talk to them about that. And then you're going to ask them whether they're available for the open days that you have. In most cases, the customers is going to be available for the days you have. Now, keep this in mind. If you're in the bonus support system area, we have what we call same-day jobs. A lot of times your customer may ask you, hey, can I get this done today? Or when you tell them that it's possible that they could get taken care of today, and let's talk about why you know that. Because you, prior to making this call to your customer, found out from customer service that same-day appointments are available in your region for this time, this time, this time. So which means you can offer that to the customer, especially if you're going to be ready to work as well. So you let them know your days, they pick the days, and when that's done, you're going to call back to customer service. You're going to let customer service know all the information, particulars that we need, customer's name, address, all the things that we need in order to put that customer into the system so that we have a scheduled slot reserved for you and your customer. Now, this is very simple. Now, keep this in mind as well. In some cases, some of you all will not have actually talked to your customer yourself. Our administrative support staff may have done it for you because you're not ready to start talking to customers quite yet, which is fine. This is what the support system is here for. We will schedule that job for you, and we will talk to that customer for you, set up everything that you need, and then we will make sure that you are aware of the date and time so that you can be ready to go out there and make that $50 to $150 an hour that you deserve. So, no matter which route you take, scheduling is going to be done this way. Now, let's talk about how we schedule, why we schedule the way that we do, because there is an actual process to why we do our scheduling the way we do. So we like to use generally a 2 to 3 hour span of time when we schedule each customer for things like traffic. Maybe the customer before asked for additional areas to be done, maybe a piece of furniture to be done. So the way our schedule would look is something like this. Between the hours of 8 to 10 is when we would arrive to you, Mr. or Mrs. Johnson. Or between the hours of 8 and 11, we will arrive to your home. So the 8 to 11 time frame is for arrival, Mr. or Mrs. Johnson. This is the way that we do our scheduling so that we have the opportunity to, when running into any types of things that might impede our process throughout a day, we've got a grace period so that we can still be on time for each customer. Now, you're going to learn to do that because all throughout this, when we talk about scheduling or putting a customer on the schedule, we'll be talking about the time frames. So just to give an example, again, let's say we're in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. Our time frames will be between the hours of 8 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and then we also will have a 6 to 8 time frame for those who do not have the ability to do an earlier time frame. So once again, those time frames are between the hours of 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. for arrival time, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for arrival time, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. for arrival time, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for arrival time, and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for arrival time. Keep in mind that these times are set to benefit you when it comes to working in the home. Remember, most of our jobs are going to be short terms, hour, 2 hours maybe. In that particular case, these particular time frames will give us travel time, and it'll give us time for problems that may occur, such as we ran into an issue where the customer did not move furniture and we needed to do a little bit more. So all of these things are taken care of when scheduled right. All right? So when you are scheduling customers on your own, because you're not within a bonus support system, you're going to want to use the same type of scheduling. You know, it's not just the additional rooms or additional furniture or steps that they might include that may take us more time, but there is also travel time, especially if you're in a bonus network system, because keep in mind there are other business partners who are utilizing the system as well. So we have to logistically schedule these particular customers properly so that we can get to you to pick you back up, also get to you to pick you up to get to the job initially. So adhering to these time frames are going to be crucial. Also adhering to the locations for pickup. That's going to be crucial if you're using bonus support. If you are not, of course, you want to make certain that you're using these time frames for the same reasons, but also you want to keep in mind that geographics are going to be important as well. So in our area, we're in what we like to call a tri-state area, Maryland, DC, Virginia. Now, in the event that we have a Virginia job, and we're working that job in the morning, and then we have let's say, Maryland job next, what we have to do is make sure that we're scheduling these jobs so that Maryland jobs, where they're closer, we're sending a truck that's going to handle those particular customers so that we can get to them quickly. So routing is going to be crucial no matter whether you're using a support system or not. You want to make certain that if you've got the ability to schedule 2, say, Maryland jobs in the same county on the same day, then you want to do that as opposed to having one of those jobs in the same county on one day, and then the next 2 days you got to go back to that same area and county. If the customers can take the same date and time frames will work out, you want to schedule them on the same date so that you can make sure your travel time is the least travel time possible, and that also includes fuel consumption. If you route properly, it'll save you time, expense, and it'll allow you to get to your customers on time. This is a huge portion of your business, and when done right, it's going to allow you to maximize your profit margin, and it's going to allow you to lower the amount of time spent with logistics. So let's talk about another scenario, a same day. Maybe you are the type of business partner who's taking the training properly and you're out there talking to customers right at the door. Now, some of these customers are going to tell you, hey, I like what you've got, I like your pricing, I think I want to use your service. Can you do it today? Well, once again, because you are using the training properly, you will have already called into customer service and found that we are open in the bonus support system region of the country. We are open for same days. So when that customer tells you that they'd like to get their carpet done today, you're going to be able to tell that customer, no problem, let me call into the office and get a truck out here for the time frame that's going to work. So you can do same day appointments. Not only that, in some cases, you're talking to a customer who's going to ask you, can you do it on this particular day? What you're going to want to do is grab that customer's information, and if you can, make a quick call into customer service, find out that the date is open, and give that customer that date. And then again, in the training, we're going to show you how to make certain that you send a confirmation text to the customer through your cell phone. That way that customer knows they're on the schedule and they know what date and time that they discussed with you. This way you're professional and you've got it in your calendar. These things, again, are important. So, with scheduling, you're going to be working hand in hand with your regional coach in the beginning stages, and the administrative support will be helping you out a tremendous amount. At some point soon, once you've gotten everything down and you're taking your calls and you're scheduling your customers all on your own, you will have an actual daily calendar that will allow you to electronically put your customers on the schedule, all done in a back office setup on your own. So this way, it's very easy for you, it's simple, it's seamless, and your customers are on the schedule. Once again, any way that we can cut out logistics time by making this simple process automated, we're going to do exactly that. But in the beginning stage, we need you to know exactly why we schedule the way that we schedule. And once this all makes sense, you'll become a better logistical router. And this is going to help your business tremendously as you grow. Because at some point, you will have your own trucks and employees and equipment and things that you're going to need to know how to route and how to save yourself headache when it comes to getting to your customers and arriving on time. So once again, this is scheduling. So very shortly, I'm going to go over in a nutshell the process. A customer calls you. Before you call that customer back, you're going to call into customer service so that you can get an idea of what is open on the schedule, especially when you're using the actual support system. Once you know that, immediately you're going to get back in contact with your customer. You already know what dates are open for you. And you're looking at your calendar, you know what's open. Keep in mind, if you do not get in contact with that customer right away when you make a return call, keep in mind the dates and times that we gave you that were open. It's very possible that they will no longer be open if you have called your customer back, let's say, hours later. Remember, other business partners are utilizing the system. So in the event that you have not gotten back to your customer right away, you have to assume that the dates and times may not be available any longer that you were given. So we're going to have to be really clear on that. We don't want to double, triple schedule time slots unless we have the ability to do that. Because we do have the ability to put multiple business partners who are using the system, the support system, inside of the same time frame and same time slot on the same dates. But there are, of course, some limitations to how many can be put in the same slots. In the beginning stage for you, it shouldn't be much of an issue, but just keep in mind, we're going to have to become really good at adhering to the schedule. So, again, let me make sure I'm not missing anything about utilizing the schedule. Let's say that you call in to the main office and you cannot get anybody on the phone right away. Now, this may happen, and that's fine. What you want to do is leave a voicemail message and then immediately text your regional coach or call your regional coach, because what's going to happen next is that your regional coach has the ability to look at the schedule in real time, which means this way you don't have to wait for a response much longer than you have to, so that you can get back to that customer right away. So again, if you call into the main office, you do want to leave a message there about the customer you have, and you want to set a date. And then secondly, you want to get and leave, of course, a good number to reach you back on. And then secondly, you want to get to your regional coach by way of a text or a call. If you don't get them on the phone, text them, letting them know that you want to call a customer back and get them on the schedule right away. And this takes precedence. That regional coach, especially if it is me, I'll get back to you ASAP to make sure you're aware of what's available, so that you can call that customer right back and get them on the schedule so that we do not miss an opportunity. In some cases, if you believe that you're waiting too long for a response call, what you want to do is you want to call that customer back anyhow, and you want to give that customer multiple dates as a possibility and let them know that you're going to confirm which one is going to work for them. But if you are in contact with your regional coach and in contact with the administrative staff, then most times you're going to have a general idea of what's available and what's open because you're active. We know these may change, these openings, but at least you'd have an actual idea of what might be available. And you can set that customer on that date. Now, if we had to call that customer back and schedule it for another time, most customers are fine with that. So again, we do not want to miss the customer by waiting on a return call from the administrative staff or from your regional coach in the event that it's a very busy day and they haven't gotten back to you in a timely manner. All right? The focus is to get back to your customer as soon as possible. So we'll talk more about that too when we talk about customer contact and customer service. So again, guys, if you are not using a bonus support system, it's going to be crucial that you get back to your customers when you receive a call ASAP, because these people have the ability to call a ton of other carpet cleaning companies to get an answer about getting their carpet done. A lot of times the customers who call us, they're impulsive, meaning they see some information and they decide, I'm going to do it now. And if you don't call them in time, they may have called another group. And you don't want that to happen when you've gone through all the efforts that it takes to actually gain a customer. So again, getting back to that customer, getting them on the schedule as soon as possible is crucial. Anything that you have as far as questions additionally about scheduling, I can assure you that they are probably going to be answered in the Q&A section of the back office. Again, this is scheduling customers with the bonus support system. Guys, let's get a lot of people on the schedule. Let's start making that income now. I'll see you on the other side.